Welcome to Wild Siberia. As you guys can see, we have an ambulance here. There's a bunch of traffic. We are in Siberia. This is Siberia's most dangerous road. There is a huge traffic because people are sliding on both sides and these trucks are stopped. In this video, you're going to be seeing how we drive here in Russia's most dangerous road in this region, Siberia. Check it out. We are once again going to be driving down one of Russia's most dangerous roads. You can see here to my right, I have to stay as close as possible because we're going on incoming traffic, okay? These trucks that are to my right, these trucks are stopped because the mountain pass is too dangerous for them to go. And essentially it makes it more dangerous for me to make the trip. I have to be very cautious. It's not my first time doing this, but it could be someone else's first time driving through here on the opposite side and they can cause an accident. I'm doing all of the necessary things. This is going to be the first time we're driving with our kid in the car. So for now, what I have to do is lock in and concentrate because this is the easiest part of this trip, okay? I'm in the lead right now. Nobody is in front of me. This is the most dangerous portion. I mean, this is the most dangerous thing, to be in the front. Everybody knows that. But we have to go to the city. We have an appointment. Let's see how it goes. You can see this line of trucks goes on forever, okay? This pass is the most dangerous road in the entire region. What we're doing here is not something to be played with. Many people lose their lives on this road every year. Every year there are fatalities. You can see how it is. I have to navigate on the opposite side, kind of even get off the road a little bit to see what's going on. And we're going to see if we can make it to the pass. But this line of cars goes forever. Right now we are on the opposite side. This is hundreds, if not thousands of trucks that are going to be stopped on the side of the road because it is absolutely too dangerous for them to drive. I will see if I can get to the top of the mountain, and once I do, I will share with you what's going on. All right, guys? We will come back and report further on this trip. Right now I am stopped because there's only room for one lane of traffic. I'm at a bus stop, so it's kind of playing Frogger. I have to wait for them to pass and then I will take the lead. Up until the end of this road, if another car comes my way, it's gonna get a little bit interesting because there's literally only room for one ongoing traffic. I've been doing this for 4 winters now. I consider myself a fairly good driver in Siberian conditions, and the trucks are just continuously still stopped here. Comment down below if you've ever driven in these conditions where there's hundreds of trucks stopped on the side. Maybe people from Canada, maybe people from the Nordic countries. Look how much snow there is in the mountains. There's a ton of trucks still here stopped. Nobody is still in front of us. We are still the ones in the lead. This is dangerous work in Russia's most dangerous road in this region, for sure. There's the police. Let's see what they say. If they stop us, we're gonna ask some questions, but if they don't stop us, it means that the pass is open for regular drivers. Usually when it's stopped for civilians, they will stop you and turn you around. They didn't. It looks like we might be able to make it to the city. No more trucks right here. We'll see if there's trucks in the actual pass, because in the actual pass, there could be accidents. There could be another convoy of trucks that have stopped, okay? We'll see. This is the magnificent Lake Baikal. We are leaving the town of Sludanka. This is also the town of Kultuk. This is where my wife's mother was born. We essentially live on the shores of the largest lake in the world, the largest lake of fresh water in volume. Okay, guys? That's how it is. what makes these roads so dangerous, even though they look so beautiful. You can see the backdrop there with the pines covered in snow, the birch trees naked without leaves. Well, what makes this place so dangerous is not only the elements, okay? I believe that Russians are a little bit offensive drivers. I would say that the majority of the Russian population, they're offensive drivers, whereas in other countries, they're defensive drivers. As we're driving here, right now there's not a lot of cars because there's not a lot of people willing to make this drive. But if there were, there would be a lot of people passing. There would be a lot of people driving aggressively. These are the type of drivers that you're going to find. So when you mix offensive drivers with these dangerous roads, you're going to have a lot of accidents. Here you can see a lot of these signs on the road which tell you, listen, in the next 2 kilometers, there's going to be a lot of incline and turns that are dangerous. Here's a truck that probably decided to stop along the way. Again, these roads can randomly become more dangerous than they should be because of the drivers. Now, the asphalt, right now it's negative 23 degrees. Negative 23 degrees means that as the sun, it melts the snow even a little bit just by pure exposure. As it melts, it's going to turn into ice. The snow will turn into ice and it'll make the roads very slippery. So you need the appropriate tires, you need the appropriate experience, and you need the nerves of steel, because any given moment the weather can change and snow can start falling and it turns everything into worse mush. So we're going to continue here, enjoy the road, enjoy the beautiful nature that we have here in Siberia, in the region's most dangerous road by far. Here comes another group actually of trucks. Check it out. These guys are stuck here. They're going to slide here for like maybe a few hours. And we have to be very careful here because we don't want to get caught on the opposite side. They're unfortunately stuck. We're going to pass them here and continue. Again, guys, thank you for joining us. Please leave in the comment section if you are scared of driving in such conditions or if you've already driven in such conditions. Look at that beautiful forest. Glorious. Something very, very interesting about this road when you get a lot of snow, obviously, is that it's going to widen out. It's going to be completely white. You're not going to know where your lane is. You're just going to have to depend on eyesight. Where are the tracks from the other cars? Where is the oncoming traffic? Because it's very common for the opposite side to get in your lane. When it looks like this, it's very common for big trucks especially to abuse the road. They will take ownership of both lanes if they want. Winter is very dangerous. You can see it's completely whitened out. Obviously, this is also a hazard for slippery roads, icy roads, and all sorts of potential danger. The guy who's coming right now towards us can slide and hit us. I've seen many crashes like that. The sides of the roads are widened. Also, the signs that you see that say turn, they also have snow covering them. And this is just a winter wonderland. This is a white winter. Some places around the world don't have this. Some places have perhaps warmer roads, warmer winters, a lot of snow, but it disappears. Here you're going to see a lot of places like this where it's just completely white. And again, I can't stress it enough. The offensive drivers that Russians are cause a lot of accidents. Right now I'm going 70 kilometers per hour where other people will be going 80 or 90. I'm going to be slowing down here because we're going to make a turn, but I don't go over 75 kilometers per hour. That's just ridiculous speeds when it's so many turns. You can see the curves that are coming up right now. it intertwines, like it goes in and out of each lane. Right now, if I'm driving here, when I make this left turn, it's going to be partially on the opposite lane. But that's just how people are driving right now. Winter rules change everything. These are the first people that I see stranded that are civilian cars. It looks like they crashed actually, yes. You can see he crashed. His front bumper was missing. Camera woman completely missed that, but crashed. There's not a time when we drive on this road where we don't see a crash, okay? That's the first crash. Those were civilian cars. Thankfully, they're safe. They don't look like they're hurt. I checked them out. If they needed any first aid, I would have gotten off. But we continue. And this is only perhaps the first quarter of the road. Already crashes and people stranded. This is another dangerous part of the road. Just because you're doing this long blind turn and there's going to be so many cars semi trucks that are stopped on the right side here. This is completely blind. You never know what's going to come in front of you. And in the middle of the night or in the early mornings, these trucks actually slide, guys. If it gets too wet or slippery, you're going to see a lot of sliding. It looks like we just hit a traffic where the cops are regulating it. We're going to see if we're going to be able to continue or not. Hopefully they don't turn us back. This is not good. We have an appointment again. I saw some flashing lights. It could be a crash. It could be a place where there's too many trucks where they stopped and the cops are conducting the traffic. We're going to see in hopefully a few minutes. We are moving. We're going to see right now what's going on. You can see the cops are controlling the traffic and they are letting people know exactly who can go, when they can go. It looks like maybe they were just controlling it because there was disorder, you know. Again, there can be a lot of things that can go wrong, but crashes, disorder, and just danger. So they let us go. Traffic is moving. We're going to see up ahead why they stopped us. If nothing, then nothing. But there are still so many cars stopped, so many trucks stopped here on the side of the road. Thankfully, we are moving. Here's an example. This is an example of people who get stuck. He's in the middle of the road and his truck has given out, okay? All of these trucks right now to the left, they are unable to make it up this hill. The road seems to be a little bit too slippery. The guy in the man truck, I think, is going to be pulling these people out. We've seen maybe like 3 cops already. There's another one here in front of us. And what they're doing is they're regulating the traffic. They're regulating the roads. They can stop anybody who they wish just to question them, where are you going? And they're managing the roads also because look how many trucks are stopped in the middle of the road. You see this, right? There has to be some sort of order. If the trucks are stopping too much in the middle of the road, they can control, hey guys, move your truck further on the side. And it's going to be probably even worse on the way back, guys, because we're going to be driving back in the afternoon. We're going to be probably driving when there's no sunlight. And this is a little bit more dangerous. But we wanted you to see Russia's most dangerous road in this region. When you get to portions of the road where civilian cars are stopping as well, that's when it gets even more dangerous, okay? Why? Because the truck drivers are not going at ridiculous speeds, but individual cars and civilian drivers, they will want to cut in and out of traffic to get ahead. And I have to say, I've also had to do that. You saw me do it in this portion of the video where I'm going on the opposite side of the road. But this is where it gets dangerous for both sides. Right now, there is no other way to travel on this road except play Frogger. If anybody wants to move from the opposite direction, individual cars are going to have to do some power moves, okay? We might see some guys coming in and out of traffic, and we might have to do it ourselves. Actually, there's a car right there. We're gonna drive by him. You can see how he's wedged in. Actually, a couple cars have been trying to come in towards the opposite direction. You can see the backside of their cars are popping out. This guy's actually pushing in a little bit more. So we're gonna move in. We're gonna move out of his way. You can see these cars that are edged in between these trucks. A little bit nervous, that guy. I saw his face. Here's a courier driver. He's trying to get through. You see, this is the kind of stuff that we deal with. But there's nothing to it, guys. You just have to understand that everybody's trying to coexist, and do not take any unnecessary risks, okay? Because out here you will get tested by the elements, the people, and this road. There's a guy that crashed there on the side of the road, and he's having to shovel himself out. This is not uncommon, guys. Somebody tries to take a rest, and the snow will collapse under them, and it edges them out like that. You saw the guy shoveling snow, right? They're gonna probably be there all day. Hopefully they make it out. We have gotten to a part of the road where these oncoming drivers are very frequent. So we've had to slow down. And actually, this is not one of the more dangerous portions of the road because it's very flat. There's not a lot of crazy stuff going on. But for some reason, we have cars incoming. There's a car right there in front that's reversing out of the way of the semi-truck. That is so dangerous. That is so dangerous, but what can he do? He's literally reversing out of the way from an 18-wheeler. This is the kind of stuff that causes accidents, because if that minivan driver doesn't know how to drive, he can crash. So the best thing for him to do is probably edge out on our right side or his left side. We're gonna see how they're gonna figure it out. Hopefully the camera is capturing this. This is a maneuver that has to be done frequently in this area. It looks like 2 cars are now oncoming. So we have just hit the motherlode of disaster. Okay, it looks like slowly but surely the cars are gonna move. Now, what we're lucky is that we have an 18-wheeler. We have a semi-truck in front on our side, and they only have a minivan on their side. So if you have the bigger car, you're gonna go first. Hopefully nobody goes on the other side with a bigger truck than ours. I doubt it. There's nothing much bigger that can come on the road than an 18-wheeler. But you can see there's a disaster happening over there, and it's still not resolved. All right. It looks like the semi-truck is passing the minivan already on his left. The minivan is on his left. And it looks like we may be going, finally. There are about 3 to 4 cars parked on a 2-way road right now, parallel to each other. I'll give you guys a better look here. Not a problem. Easy days. I'm gonna give you guys a small look here as to what went down. Concentrate on the left side of the road, on the oncoming traffic. Look how close that minivan is to the truck. Okay, there's like 3 cars parked here on the side, and we had to gap the road here. All right, we made it through. Very cool. We continue on the road to Irkutsk, on Russia's most dangerous road here in this region, in the middle of Siberia. Is he going back?
He tried to do something, I don't know.
It looks maybe like he might start going back a little bit.
We want closer to you.
Okay. Looks like the truck is moving out of the way. People are running towards their cars. this guy, if the cops were here, would get a ticket. This semi truck would be getting a ticket because he's taking the third lane. It's still dangerous what we're going to do right now, guys. There is no actual road. It's still very dangerous. And we have to be very careful. There is no road. We're on no road now when we pass this truck on the right side. What they're doing right now is moving him slowly. We're going to wait till he moves out of the way. You can see he's sliding back. So I'm not going to go until he moves out of the way. I gotta go, because if not, the truck will get stuck. Oof. Okay, we made it. Holy crack. Whew. That snow was so deep, it could have just bogged my car out then and there. That what they're doing is that third truck is sliding, guys. It has no traction. Right now we're driving on no road. This is 3 lanes. And this is ridiculous. All of these cars are stopped on the wrong side. If there was a cop, he can moderate this, but this is absolutely insane. I can't believe it. I've never seen it that bad. How ridiculous that truck was, thinking that he can go up this hill. This is one of the longest hills. Every truck is mandatory supposed to stop, and they're not supposed to take the third lane. So I'm a little bit angry, and even some people were saying we should beat him up. This is Russian humor, of course, but we continue. Look at this traffic, just infinite amount of cars. Luckily for us, we're almost out of this hellhole, but we're gonna have to do this once more on the way back. Now, if this truck doesn't make it up that hill on the way up, which I don't think it will, then we probably will not be coming back. We'll see what happens. Let's continue. When we almost make it out of the traffic hellhole, we do get this view of this valley here. Beautiful face of a mountain there, and there's a big valley. Siberia is a land of abundance, and there is so much uninhabited areas where the forest rules the land. After a couple hours, we finally made it to the city of Irkutsk. The total drive was about 2 hours and a half, and maybe 100 kilometers, but those 100 kilometers are the most dangerous 100 kilometers of road in the region. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and do consider putting like. Thank you.